Hello, Writer Moms. I am so excited today to be able to introduce you to Juliana Gonzalez. She is a mother, a family. She has a daughter who is studying journalism. Juliana herself studied languages in university, and she taught English to preschool students. Juliana is one of us. She's taking the course, and I have known personally, I've known Juliana for more than a year because she's been my Spanish tutor, and she is the one who gets the credit for any progress that I've made in that language. So right now, without further ado, I am going to invite Juliana to tell us a little bit about herself, and we'll start a chat.
Okay,
Juliana?
thank you, Kathleen. Hello, Writer Moms. It's a pleasure for me to be here. I never expected that, and I think it's a wonderful opportunity. As Kathleen say, I live in Bogota, Colombia, a country in South America. It's an incredible country full of people who has dreams, who wants to be better every day. Yes, and one of the things that I most enjoy about living in Colombia is the weather. We have a perfect weather. Sometimes it's rainy for me, but I love it. And that's all. As Kathleen say, I work during my entire life with little kids, preschoolers.
Tell us a little bit about the children you teach. What brings them to want to study English?
Most of them attended a school I was enrolled in, and parents wanted kids to learn English since the beginning of their lives. So it was a great opportunity because I think and I am sure that I was not only a language teacher, I was like a mom sometimes, but also when you work with such young learners, you have to teach them how to behave, how to treat others. And that's an incredible opportunity because it is something that they will never forget. Maybe they can forget vocabulary in a different language, they can forget the structures, but they will never forget that you have to respect, that you have to listen, that you have to do many things. And something that I enjoyed was teaching them to trust in their abilities, to trust in themselves. Never telling, I can't. Because if you try, for sure, you will do. Maybe not in the first or second time, but we are not in a hurry. We and they, of course, are plenty of life. We have many opportunities to try.
Wonderful. And the children at the school are not the only children that you're involved with, are they? Tell us about your other children that you teach.
That's something that I really love. I attend a Christian church, a mega church here in Bogota, Colombia. It is called El Lugar de Su Presencia. And there we have a special church just for little kids. Why it's the difference? Because when they attend the service with the parents, it is intended for parents, grown-up vocabulary, and they will become tired, bored, and they don't want to be there. But we have a special space for them where we teach Bible principles, games, songs, according to their age. And that's something that I do during the weekends. And and I love it because it is teaching them principles that I think are everlasting. Yeah. That you have to love others, that you have to be kind, you have to be polite, you have to forgive. And sometimes it is not as easy as I would like it to be, but it's great because I am sure, and we are sure, that it is something that will mark a difference in their lives. They will be different. And they sometimes any moment during their lives, they will have to practice to live those principles, and much better if they start being younger.
Well, that sounds like you're speaking to what you are hoping for the children as they grow older. Can you tell me a little more about what your hopes are for the children?
Uy, that's incredible. I hope all of them to love God, to love Jesus as much as possible, and to mark, to be different in this world. Today it's very popular and it's very common to complain ourselves about, oh, this world is terrible, there is no hope, what's gonna happen? And we are expecting, like kind of expecting the worst. But I am sure, and I think that we have to do, it's not easy, but we have to believe, and we have to do what we can do to have a next generation that will change the world, that maybe will bring hope that everything can be better.
Thank you. Wow. So how did you find this course?
Uh, this course was a kind of gift, because while talking to my dear friend Kathleen, she talked to me about dreams, hopes, and she shared it to me. At the beginning, I say, wow, I don't have the time. And I say, me? No, I won't do it. I am older. I don't have the time. I have a family. I have many, many things to do. But I say, no, listen, I cannot be full of excuses. And I started. And I am enjoying it. Why? Because every video, every Monday, I woke up and I say, listen, what do I have for this week? And to be honest, sometimes I don't have the time during the week. I don't organize myself. I have many things to do, New Year's, Christmas, celebrations, everything. So no problem if I take longer to do something, to develop, to go at my own pace, maybe to go sometimes fast and sometimes to go slow, but knowing that is something that has like an end, that I am on a road. And I decided that these videos, that these activities are something that I will enjoy more than do. Yeah. The purpose cannot be all the time doing and doing and doing, because we start in a hurry, more doing and doing. No, I decided I have to do, obviously, but I decided to enjoy. Okay, I am going to listen, I am going to watch, I am trying to understand, I will think the best. Do I agree? Don't I? So I decided to walk step by step,
What
week
are you
by week.
what are you getting out of the course?
It's something difficult because, as I told you, I taught my kids, you can do it. But sometimes it's very easy to tell it to the others. But when you have to put it into your life, it becomes difficult. And it is like if I have to tell myself, hey, Juliana, you can do it. Yeah, you have the tools, you have the help. Do it. And it's knowing that maybe I am not going to be the next Nobel Prize. I would like to. But knowing that life is full of narrative, life is full of stories, and we have many things to do, that it's worth the price to be walking this this way.
Mm. Are you a writer?
Yes, I think we, all of us, are writers. Maybe not the professional ones, not the ones with a lot of experience. Yeah. Maybe we are not the ones, the best, with the bestsellers list every week in the New York Times, but we are writers. We are writing our own lives. We are writing stories for our kids. We are writing stories For our friends, every time you go and have a cup of coffee with a friend, you are telling a story, you are writing. Maybe what we have done, what we haven't done yet is to write it in a formal way. And that is what we are doing now. Yeah. But I think that life is full of stories. And that each one of the writing moms has a lot of stories, experiences, wonderful, incredible moments, as well as those sad moments that maybe we don't want to talk about them, but that are really important because maybe they will encourage someone, or maybe they will let know other that you are not alone in that situation.
Well, that's really interesting. Would you then recommend that they write some of those stories actually onto paper and put them down?
I think that there will be a moment, I don't know when for each one of us, but there will be a moment when we will feel that we need to take a pencil and write down something, because maybe that's something we want to send to someone. Maybe that's something we want to remember. But I think that yes, it's important.
Does in your life, do you find that writing has a place in your personal life?
Yes. For me, writing is very important because writing gives me the opportunity to remember, to bring those memories that maybe otherwise I will forget. Yeah. And maybe sometimes I don't have a diary, I just write whenever I feel, and short things. Yeah. But I always write what I want to remember. And it doesn't have to be long, maybe a sentence, keywords, but something that makes me, oh, yes, I remember that. And everything comes to my mind. And it's like a vivid moment.
Very good. So you mentioned that you don't have a journal. Where do you write when you write things?
I don't have a journal in a formal way, like to write every day something. No, I have a notebook with my notes, my daily agenda, and there I write. Yeah.
Oh,
But I try to write in a clear way, and I don't like to write just, no, like maybe sometimes while writing words, I draw a flower, I draw a cloud, something that makes me realize how I was feeling in that moment.
oh, very interesting. So you combine graphics, drawings with your writing.
A little bit drawing because I am terrible at that.
Um, you also teach children online, don't you? Don't you teach Spanish to children using the internet?
Yeah, I am teaching, right now I am teaching Spanish to little kids, and it's incredible because some of them are not motivated, but the parents are the one who are. But it's a challenge to encourage them to love another languages, to love another words. And it has to be a game, not only for them, but for me too, because in order to keep them their attention and to keep them active.
So,
I like it.
do stories play a role in teaching teaching Spanish to children who don't speak Spanish?
Yeah, they are very important because everything has to be like a story, like a project, like an adventure. Yeah, I like to create like an imaginary world. We are going to travel to the jungle in order to meet the animals. And that's a great way to introduce vocabulary related to animals. Yeah. But also I like kids to do it. And sometimes I told them, listen, think about colors, animals, actions. And just with 3 of them, they have to start creating history sentences, but I call them histories. Sentences can be sound so like the school histories, and I love when they told things like the red giraffes who's living in the water is playing with the crocodile, something like this, because they use the vocabulary they are learning new structures, but they enjoy. Kids love fantasy.
Very, very good. So, what values is it, do you think, for children to learn another language?
I I think learning another language in today's world it's very important because it gives the opportunity to communicate with people, yeah, and to understand, and it makes them feel so proud that they were able to say "Buenos días" to the Latin kid at school, yeah. They were able to understand some word, to understand someone, and it makes them feel like empathy with others.
It seems to me like it also would help them make a connection with someone that otherwise they wouldn't have something in common
That's it.
to begin a
That's it.
friendship.
Yeah. Especially now that yes, I live in Bogota, but there is a lot of people from other countries. I can imagine you, Kathleen, living in the States, living with people from Latin America, from Europe. It is the same. We need other language, at least to say buenos dias, like respect, being polite. Yeah.
If parents wanted to get in touch with you to teach Spanish to their children, how would they contact you?
Actually, I am working with a platform called Preply. They can find me here as Juliana G.
Okay.
And for sure you will find my picture.
Okay, very good. And I will get from you the link and I'll put it in the show notes
Okay,
so that if someone
thank
wants
you.
to find
It
you
will be
there.
great and
Uh,
welcome.
okay, very good. Oh, Juliana, thank you so much. It was so wonderful to get to talk to you. What would you like to say to our writer moms?
Enjoy the journey. Enjoy the journey because eh, it's something that we have to, this process, this activity, this challenge called writing moms, it is not a task. It is a process that we will be living, that we will be developing, we will be growing up for a long time. So enjoy it. And it is something that without realizing, we will use with family, friends, and for sure, we will say, "Ay, I cannot imagine myself doing this, learning this," because we learn a lot.
Well, thank you. Thank you so much
No,
for being.
Kathleen, thank you to you. And really thank you for this wonderful project. I hope more and more people find it because it's incredible.
Well, thank you very much, Juliana. And thank you for being with us for this interview and stay with us for the course. We look forward to seeing you for the weeks to come. And thanks again, Juliana.
Welcome. Bye.
Bye-bye.